been such a fan of your music, but I've also been a fan of your personal journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I want the masses to know this is Caresha, the businesswoman. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Period.
So I want to go back a little bit. I want to take it back to your Miami days.
Okay.
And I want to ask you, what was the first time that you can remember seeing like success and wealth, especially by Black people? Because, you know, especially Black and brown people, we see a lot of wealth and success through races that, you know, are not ours, a lot of white races. But when it comes to Black people, what's the first time you remember seeing a great deal of success and wealth?
As far as somebody I know personally, or just
personally on TV? Just to remember when the first time you're like, wow, they're wealthy or they're successful financially.
Probably Tyler Perry.
Okay. What caught your eye about Tyler Perry?
His house.
And that's fair, especially as someone who came from being homeless.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing. So you saw that and you're just like...
And also, I think it's like his studio that he owns in Atlanta and where he shoot all his movies. I was just like, wow, that's dope. Like, you know, just to see a real Black, successful billionaire businessman. So I would say like Tyler Perry.
That's a great example, especially like I said, he came from someone who was homeless a great deal of his life. So building, like you said, that huge studio where they not only shoot his movies, but they shoot all big production movies.
Yeah.
So that's dope to see a Black man do that.
I want one of them, Tyler Perry.
Okay, Tyler Perry, hit her up because we will make that happen. Tell me about just what do you think about the unfortunate financial gap between those who have it and those who don't?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as Black people, sometimes we end up on both sides. We start with nothing. We have to make, you know, aspire to higher heights financially. So tell me about what do you think about the gap just between those who have it and those who don't, and how we can bridge that?
I think that those who have it and those who, I think you have to just work and invest your money.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a job, I think that you need to like probably should try investing your money or starting your own business.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that does have it, I feel like they invest their money. Like they put their money up, they invest their money in other things.
So investing, not just about bringing in the money, but taking it and investing.
Yeah, your money gotta make money.
Amen.
Like
money gotta make money. Make money while you sleep. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, you gotta make money while you sleep. You gotta make money. Like your money have to make money, because if you just making money, you just putting it up and you're not really like investing it.
Mm-hmm.
You just saving, but you never know when you gotta go in your savings.
Okay, period. I like that answer. Speaking of making money while you sleep, that kind of is part of the definition that I think is a successful Black businesswoman. Tell me what would be your definition. Someone, like you said, who makes money while they sleep. But what else? Because, you know, we are, especially as Black businesswomen, we do it all.
Mm-hmm.
We're mothers.
Yes.
We're entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
In your case, we're extremely talented artists. But what does a successful Black businesswoman look like to you?
I'd say Rihanna.
Okay. That's my number one too. But
Beyonce. I think, like, you know, with Rihanna, she started off as a musician, and now she's like just expanded her brand. Like, she don't even have to make music no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she got beauty, she got hair, she got cosmetics, she just got everything. She's a billionaire. So I look at Rihanna as like a Black successful woman.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Rihanna, it kind of segued into my next question. Talk to me about being a Black businesswoman and how we're multifaceted, right? So like you said, Rihanna, she's this gorgeous, beautiful businesswoman who has numerous successful business, but she's also sexy, and she's also beautiful, and she's also fashionable.
Yes.
Do you think we could really do it all?
Yeah, I feel like we could do anything we put our mind to.
Talk to me about that, about being both taken seriously in the boardroom, but also still being feminine and sexy and be able to, you know, do both, especially as Black women.
Yeah, I think just you gotta have confidence. I think that like you could do anything you put your mind to. I think whatever it is that you want to do in life, you have to do it. Mm-hmm. If you want to model. If you want to make clothes, make clothes. Mm-hmm. The sky is the limit. It's nothing we cannot do. And I think it's just very important to like bet on yourself and invest in yourself. Like take that risk. Mm-hmm. Be a risk taker, spend the money. You know, you might not make the money back, but you have to just like stay consistent, work, promote yourself. And I feel like as women, we could do anything we want to do. We could sell our eyelashes. We could sell fingernails. We could sell polish. We could sell any and everything. Mm-hmm. Like we could sell boob tape.
And make it pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it all boils down to like, like coming up with an idea or concept. Make sure you got marketing and just promote yourself and keep going. And you never know.
You never know. Look at them now. Look at you now. Speaking of, I would like to go into Caresha, the businesswoman.
Okay.
And talk about Resha Roulette. So for those who don't know, it is one of the top selling card spirits game on Amazon with over 100,000 units sold since its launch. Tell me how that feels, because that's an accomplishment. I know you like to play coy and you like to play humble, but that's an accomplishment because you don't know how many people really put a great deal of finances into building a product. Yeah. And just for it to fall flat. But that didn't happen with you. Yours is like top selling. Tell me how that feels.
It feels good. It was just like, I was like, man, I'm always turning up. I like to drink. And I was like, I want to do like a drinking game because I love to do I always have girl nights at my house. Like my family come over, we play games. We always playing like a name game or Never Have I Ever. And I was like, I want to make my own game. And I did it. You
sure did.
I did it.
So tell me about, you come up with this concept, you kind of take what you like to do in your leisure time when you're not working, not making music, and then you have this idea and then it launches and it's super, super successful, right?
I think it's the marketing. I think marketing is everything when it comes to selling a product. Like if you see something in the marketing is great, you just want to buy it, even if you don't know what it is. Like you can watch a commercial and be like, I want to buy that. And I think it was like the marketing. Like I didn't expect the game to take off the way it did. I just literally was like, I'm going to do this shrinking game. I'm going to make some crazy questions. I'm going to put some shot glasses in there. And I did a commercial. It was with me and my family. And we was playing the game. And I think that people were so like intrigued just by the way that I played the game with my family. And it made them want to get the game. And when they got the game, it was fun. So I think it all boils down to like marketing when it comes to products and selling products.
I agree. And I think the thing I like the most about just your milestone is because it came from a really like genuine place. It came from your like of hosting. It came from your like of having a nice little drink. It came from your like of just wanting the people that you love around you. And I think that's also why it's so successful.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. Okay, shout out to you. Just to start to wrap, I wanted to ask about the brands. You know, you're Caresha in 2024, and I can imagine just as successful as you are, so many brands reach out to you. They want to work with Caresha. She's the hot thing right now. But tell me how you select brands to work with. Like, do they have to align with just the woman you are today? Does it have to be something that you like? Are you the person who's like, listen, I'm going to just take this check, whether I like it. Talk to me about that. Because I feel like a lot of people these days, they'll just take a check and it doesn't line up with who they are.
I've been there before. And I think that like, you would have to really, I remember one time, like I did something just for the money. Like I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just do it and didn't really know what the product was about. And I was like, that's something that I would never do. I think that you have to be hands-on, know who you're working with, know what products you sell, and make sure you use the products because you don't want to promote anything. Like, you don't want to just slap your name on something.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it have to make sense. I'm going to do something that I love. Like, or I'm going to put my name on something that I love. I'm not just going to see a product, put my name on it and sell it. Like, that's bad business. That's really bad business. Do not do that. All money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money. Amen to that. So, speaking of brands, talk to me about just stepping into that field. You're the successful artist, right? But from working with brands like HBO Max, you know, being highly involved with rap shit and that soundtrack, and just everything was so Miami. Talk to me about working with these brands. What does that feel like to you? Thinking about that girl back in Miami, and now you're working with HBO Max on one of their top shows that's shown all over the world. Like, what is that little girl in Miami? Like, what is she feeling?
That was a full circle moment. Like, that was like a moment that I had to like sit and like settle in. I was like, oh my God, this is big. You know, like to really have like a HBO Max want to come and do like a story that's like inspired by you and want you to write, you know, just because of you a girl from Miami and they wanted to do a similar story. I was like, wow. Like, that was kind of like a time where I was like, I made it. Thank you, God. And it was just like a full circle moment. Like I never imagined being in that position or even working with some of the people that I work with.
Shout out to Issa Rae.
Shout out to Issa
That was
Rae.
the perfect collab for me. Once I saw that you guys were a part of that, I'm just like, oh, this is perfect.
And then the success of it too.
The success, and it's very authentic. Like, no shade to anybody else, but I don't want anyone who's not from Miami, not from that culture and that scene, telling a story about that. So, shout out to that. I love that for you. Just to wrap, I wanted to ask, how do you balance work-life balance? Because that's a thing, especially in our generation, that we're really trying to push. Like, we're trying to work smarter, not harder.
Right.
And especially as an amazing mother, as an artist, as a now top-selling entrepreneur, how do you balance work-life balance? Like, how? I can't imagine, like, how.
I think it's just, you need help. I got help. Like, I have a mom. I have help. My mom helped me with my kids, and my kids is old enough to know what I do. Like, my son is 11, so he know that, like, when I'm not home, I'm working. So that's, like, easy for me. He in middle school. Like, he can, like, chill. And he can just chill. And then my daughter, she's 5, but she's very smart. She's, like, one of them COVID babies. You know, they say them COVID babies.
Super independent.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you're 5 years old. So
she's
I think,
cute there.
yeah, I got help, and they understand my job. They understand my position. So they make me feel good. It's not like I'm just away and they don't know what I'm doing. So they know when mommy not home, I'm working, and when I'm home, I make sure I spend time with them. So it's just like, you know, having help. Also, taking time to yourself when you need it. You got to know when to, like, shut down and, like, focus on yourself and your mental health. So I think just, like, having help in putting you first, like, putting yourself first is a priority. It's the balance.
I agree. It's so important because you can't burn out.
Right.
You can't burn out. There'll be someone there to replace you. Not you, though. Not you, though. All right, Caresha, I just want to thank you. I want to congratulate you on your success.
Thank you.
I want to ask, what's next? What even if it's not in motion already, what's something that you want to tap into next entrepreneurially?
Okay, so what's next is so we got Resha Roulette.
Yes.
So we have Resha Roulette Part 2.
Okay.
It's coming out November.
Okay.
It's a little more spicier.
Okay.
And I think she's expanding my brain like that. Like, I want to do more card games, more board games, and I can't tell y'all too much because people be stealing my ideas. But
can't tell you too much. Do we see Caresha stepping into the beauty world?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm working on like a body glitter, like a body shimmer.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. All right, I'll be looking out for that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting down.
Thank you for having me.
Reintroducing Caresha the businesswoman to Black enterprise in our audience. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay tuned to what Miss Caresha has coming next because there's so much to come.
Make sure y'all have y'all coins ready too.
Yeah, have the coins ready. Okay. See you guys next time.